is there a fear that you deal with that you almost want to keep it?
Of course.
There's the fear of success because your music's great. I genuinely love your
Yeah,
music.
but
I was shocked when you sent me your first song and I thought, is that Zach singing? That wasn't what I expected at all. I'll admit,
okay,
your
so you know what?
persona implies rock music. Your persona implies rock music.
Right. You know, Chris said it's like finding out your mate does porn. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's like what the fuck? Like I didn't know you were
a musician
of singing
what?
a song.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you're
Yeah.
good, they like it. If you're bad, they'll take the piss out of you. It's so funny how we're all like, YouTube's the same. Any content creation is the same. Oh, that's weird. Why are you doing that? Oh, actually, he's doing quite well. Yeah, my friend does this. It's just a very fine line. But
it's a very fine line. But okay, to answer your question though, do you fearful of success? For me, I know that that's likely not going to happen. I'm just not that guy. Like I'm friends with Derek. Derek's like one of my closest friends in the industry. And this is just over time because we've become like each other's like confidants as far as like issues that we have. Like we're constantly texting each other like problems and issues and things like that. And he's actually gone more away from content. Like he doesn't really make content as much anymore. And that's because he's got these businesses that are just crazy. But he had viral moments and he exploded. Like he genuinely exploded. I have never exploded in 8 years, and I don't think I will. And I'm totally cool with that. I'm being serious with you. So like, if I had exploded in the way that Derek has, I might be burnt out. I might be done. I might be on to different ventures. But I've been able to kind of hang on and just keep making content and have fun. Like at the moment I get disenfranchised with YouTube, I think disenchanted might be the better word. With YouTube, I have these moments again where I'm like, oh, I love this. What am I talking about? I love YouTube. I love training. Like those moments are fewer and far between for the viralized person.
I agree. I agree. When I was
for sure,
I did a video with Matt Does Fitness down at his house. I took him through his first triathlon in, I think it was October 21, and he was talking me through a summer where it was his best summer ever. I think he went from like 800,000 subs to 1.5 million in not long at all. And
that's crazy, bro. That's more than my entire channel, mind you, 3 times more.
Same. Like I was at this point, I wasn't even at 50,000 subs. I was like, okay, great, yeah, thanks, Matt. Just very much rubbing salt in the wound here. But he was saying every week he'd wake up on a Monday and like miserably just end himself thinking about what can I do to go viral this week? What can I do if I eat pink food for 24 hours, all these things that are no way aligned with the reason that you started a channel in the first place. And it bore results in the end, but he said that it really damaged his relationship with what he was doing, which was producing entertaining content that he'd kind of watch himself and enjoy making in the process. Because he's a creative guy. What he brings to life is very entertaining, but chasing that virality meant that the moments of disenchantment were pretty severe for a little while. And I think again, second buzzword in the fitness industry in the world at the moment is recovery is number one. Second one is authenticity. Yeah. And if you lose sight of that, then I think it's game over.
And let me be clear though. Like I would love it. I would revel in it.
Yep.
You know, the explosion. Sure. Why not? It'd be fun. It's a learning thing. But it just hasn't happened to me, and I can't expect it to. The word expect I've grown to hate. I'll never, I personally, that it just doesn't work for me. It does work for some people. It does. I know Matt Fraser very well, and his whole thing was high expectations.
Yeah.
And it tortured him, and it made him who he was. But, you know, Michael Jordan, high expectations, Kobe Bryant, the list goes on and on. Champions have high expectations. High expectations will destroy your mentality. It will destroy your mind. The very word to expect means that you're predicting the future. You can't predict the future. That's insane. You're being insane, right? But it takes a level of insanity to be a champion. I know that, and I don't think that, again, that virality thing is going to happen to me in YouTube, and I don't think it's going to happen in music. But it doesn't matter, because if I see a window to improve, what's better than that? What's better than being like, you know, like why do people want more than that? Like One of the most moving podcasts I ever heard was Derek Sivers on Tim Ferriss's podcast. You know Tim
Yeah, yeah,
Ferriss,
yeah,
4 Hour Work
yeah.
Week and 4 Hour Body. Derek Sivers was the creator of this thing called CD Baby, and CD Baby still exists. I used to use it when I was releasing music before. Um, sorry, I'm getting a bunch of text messages that need to get out of here. But anyways, CD Baby, he was a musician, and he wanted a way to be able to sell his CDs, and like he just like he didn't really get it, so he actually built the like buy button for CDs, like it had never been done before. He went to like a Walgreens and said, "Okay, you guys sell this CD for I think it was $10 to $12." Walgreens, you know what a Walgreens is,
Yep.
or
Yeah,
CVS?
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know the equivalent or whatever in
Like
the
a boot,
UK, but
Boots, like a pharmacy slash toiletries store.
exactly. I think it was like they're like, "Oh, well, we take $5." And he goes, "Great, thank you." Leaves. He goes and builds this website. He calls it CD Baby, and he wants to sell his album. I'm going to take $5 or something like that. Or no, I'm just going to sell my album here. Other bands were like, "Hey, can we sell our albums there?" They would go up to him. They're like, "This is cool as hell. Like, you do this online?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'll sell your albums. I'll just take $5." They're like, "Great, cool." And he did that, and he just built the first distribution system. Like that was it. He was the first. And he like that buy now button like was like him. I think porn was another one. I don't know if you ever saw that movie where it's like the guys who created how to like literally type in your credit card.
That came from porn.
That was like that came from porn. Yes, there's a movie. It's really good.
What's it
You
called?
should
Do you
definitely
know?
check it out. I don't know off the top of my
I
head.
wish
I
you'd
don't
given
know.
me more there because the search terms
But
for this are going to be interesting.
yeah, you're right.
This is just a trap.
Like
Well
porn
played.
movie.
Well played, Zach.
Porn movie. Yeah. uh, just search porn movie. You'll be fine. No, but and so he did this, and I don't think he raised his prices for like 2 years, and he was making $1 million a month, cold hard like takeaway, $1 million a month, like continuously, month over month over month over month, and his his business expanded a little bit. He actually might have made a little bit more from month to month, but just a little bit. Okay, and he was living his life. He had endless VCs, endless other companies saying, "Hey, don't you want more? Don't you want to expand? Don't you want to optimize?" And he said, "No, I'm good." And he's like, "Because I did that, I never lost money. I never took an L my entire time owning CDBB. I think he's since sold it or whatever." And he alludes it to this one thing, and this, honest to God, this changed my mindset forever. He was like, "I to my office. It was I would ride my bike to my office, and one day I was like, I want to see how fast I can get there." And he's like, "I'm not kidding you. I put my head down, I put my headphones in, I went full speed." And by the time I got to my office, I was cooked, man. It was crazy. It was like I went as fast as I could. It took me 26 minutes. And then a few days later, he's like, "I'm going to go at a leisurely stroll. I'm going to chill. I'm going to look at the sights as I go. I'm going to look at the trees, the flowers, relax, smile, sing along to the music in my headphones." He's like, "I got there in 29 minutes." So I had a wonderful 29 minutes, or I could have a painstaking 26 minutes. What am I gaining from those 3 minutes of time? Nothing. I mean, virtually nothing. Maybe you were able to do something in those 3 minutes that you couldn't do before, but you're out of breath. You're feeling it. And he's like, why not just say no to the things that potentially optimize, where you're at? If you're able to be successful and see results with whatever this simple thing is to you, like if something comes easy to you and it bears results, oh my God, do not change anything. Okay? Which, by the way, mind you, coming from a fitness influencer is the last thing I should say if I want to make money off of you. If I want to make money off of you, I need to tell you what you're doing is wrong.
And
right?
you have the solution.
It
Yeah.
doesn't,
Yeah.
and I have the solution. But what I'm telling you is if you are getting results, if you're gaining muscle and you're getting stronger and you're losing weight or whatever it is, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with anyone. Keep doing your thing. Do you know how freeing that is? Like it's I'm telling you, this changed my life. And I listened to it, it was probably 5 years ago or 6 years ago or something, where I heard this exact thing. I'll send you the link to this podcast. It's brilliant, mate. It's brilliant.
So
He's like, his whole thing was like, learn to say no, which has since been adopted by many CEOs. But I think that, combining his creation of CD Baby, the bike ride analogy, right? That metaphor, and just learning to say no has just been, it's been amazing. It's very freeing,